And one of the interesting pieces of information that came out of that segment was that Jokic is entering what typically has been a very important year for superstar players, year 8, experience wise. And that has been a year where some of like the greats of the NBA have won their first championship. So it's interesting. I know it's tough to think about like Nikola Jokic NBA champion. Like that sounds weird because we haven't seen it. And because his teams, I should say not him, but his teams have looked so overmatched in some of these playoff rounds the last couple of years. It's like tough to imagine this. But all I'm telling you is that if you just look at like his career up to this point, like, made all NBA teams, then like competed for an MVP, then won back-to-back MVP awards. Now he's entering year 8. Like the first 7 years of his career looks a lot like LeBron or like Michael
Right?
Jordan or like
Yeah,
these players.
it does.
It looks exactly like this. He doesn't look like them, but it looks exactly like this. He's just a different kind of player, but the trajectory is the same. So it's really weird to be in this state of like, they're not one of the favorites, but they have the only player who's like entering title prime, basically year 8 or on. Like Devin Booker is like objectively a worse player, but he is also entering that period of his career. And Tatum will enter it the year after this, and Embiid will enter it the year after this, basically. Or Tatum in 2 years and Embiid the year after this. So like that year 8 on, when you really see like the best of the best players start to really accumulate championships, if that's what they're going to be, like that's Jokic. So like I haven't talked about anybody else on the team or anything about the team or the coach or where they play or anything or the trade today. But like that on its surface makes them interesting. There are very few players that fit that profile. He's one, and you have him. So it has to be kind of interesting. And then the trade today, look, does that like move the needle in a significant way? Not really, because I was probably going to like him anyway. But I mean, you replace Will Barton's lack of defense with KCP's defense in like a crunch time playoff situation, and I'm going to be pretty interested in that. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's not about the regular season. They would win a ton of regular season games with Will Barton on the team. Who cares?